Friday the 29th of November. Well, what have I been doing? I'm just looking at the quilt. It's the hand patched patchwork, and it's all out of the little squares out of a notepad. It's English paper piecing, and what I do is, I've explained before, is I get a notepad, one of the blocks, and I cut the material out a little bit bigger, and then I cover the piece of paper with the material, and then I hand stitch them all together, and eventually you end up with a big piece like this. As I've explained in one of my earlier videos, this is what I do. I try not to spend money on crafting if I can help it, because there's usually an alternative, and I like to keep the costs low. So this is what I've been doing. I've got to be honest with you, it's getting a little bit big now for sitting with it on my knee, because it's all hand stitched. So what I'm thinking of doing is, once I've fastened all these squares on the right onto it, then I'm going to put strips of material, I think, around the edges till it's big enough, because then it will be another finished project and I'll be happy with that. I've loved using all the different materials, and I think it's quite colourful as well. I've tried to do the middle of it in like a form, if you know what I mean, that sort of matches, but then on the outsides I've just put all sorts on. Tried to put some lighter ones and darker ones together, but nothing too regimented, and I'm happy with that, and I like the different uses of fabric. So that's what I've been doing. I've just made a drink. I've got the wood burner on, so that's lovely. I've just been into the greenhouse, and I've put some sweet peas in. I think I might have put them in a bit too early, but last year I did it and they did work, so we'll see what happens. I think that's about it really. I ought to really show you the sweet peas. Let me go and see if I can get it done. That's it. Come and walk with me. You're used to it now. It's all a bit random. There's my pumpkins still. My fir cones waiting to be made into something. Let's have a little look. Got my slippers on. That's it. Step up into my greenhouse. Don't judge me. There's a lot of stuff going on in here. There's the geraniums. Keeping them as dry as I can. Hopefully they'll keep till next year. I've got my Love in the Mist and the alliums there. I'm going to keep them in till later in spring when the frosts have gone. So good luck with that one. I've got some more bulbs coming through there. I've got some bulbs on the floor. I managed to get some of this these organic planter bags for a really good price. That's why I've ended up with them. And I've also got the sweet peas here that I showed you, that I told you I'd show you. Just look what they've done. So, you know, the frost might get to them, the frost might not. But last year I was pleasantly surprised. And there's the status of the hyacinths. And there's some more bulbs at the back. Just lift that off. Some more hyacinths. So all is good. It really is. That's the garden. I've put mulch on most of the stuff. I've left piles of leaves. I do have hedgehogs that live in the garden every year. So that's how that is. And I'm very pleased with it. sun's out, so that makes you feel better. Just stepping down. Pop my crate back up. I have to stand on that to get into the greenhouse. This is the state of the garden at the moment. That's the tree, look. Looks a little bit dishevelled, but that's nature. Pond is looking a lot better now. We've cut it back. But everything's waiting. Look at the bulbs that are hanging in my tree in a pot. They've come through. Like I say, everything's you know, coming into its own. We will have little shoots come on. It'll not get really cold till after Christmas. But my cyclamen's holding on, and that's just near the door. And I'll show you the ones on the back. That's it, have a little wander. There we are. How's that for cyclamen? I pass that every time I go through the gate. Oh, right, I think that's about it. As you know, I've got to crack on. Bye.